Hello guys, thanks for giving your time to watch this video. Here I will explain you about learner variables 1 and 2, and now about learner variables 1 with topic teaching across age levels. You can open your book page 89. This topic begins deal with contextual consideration in language teaching. The context is addressed in terms of the learner variables of age. Okay, from this book. In this book explains popular tradition would have you believe that children are effortless second language learners and far superior to adults in their eventual success. On both counts, some qualifications are in order. First, children's widespread success in acquiring second languages belies a tremendous subconscious effort devoted to the task. And then second, about adults. Adults are not necessarily less successful in their efforts. And the third, the popular claim fails to differentiate very young children, we can say 4 to 6 years old, from prepubescent children 12 to 13, and a whole range of age in between. So from here we can learn that adults can learn and retain a larger vocabulary. They can utilize various deductive and abstract processes to shortcut the learning of grammatical and other linguistics concepts. And in classroom learning, their superior intellect usually help them to learn faster than a child. While children, with their fluency and naturalness, are often the envy of adults struggling with a second languages. Children in classroom may have some difficulties learning a second language. So, to successfully teach children a second language requires specific skills and intuitions that differ from those that you would use for adult teaching. Here, there are 5 categories may help to give you some practical approaches to teaching children. They are intellect development, attention span, sensory input, affective factor, and the last, authentic meaningful language. So from these points, guys, we learn about, please don't explain grammar using terms like present progressive or present continuous or relative clause, okay? And then avoid make a statement into a question, you add a do or does, okay? And then notice the ing at the end of the word. For example, I'm going to school, I'm reading, what else? I'm watching a telly, okay? This is the way to teach present continuous or progressive, but we say it when it's happening right now. We do this because children are still in an intellectual stage, or we can say they have limitation. Don't forget about this, guys. And then this is important to have a variety of activities. A lesson needs to have a variety of activities to keep interest and attention alive. And then next, about sense of humor. Well, guys, you are as a teacher, you need to have a sense of humor because it will go a long way to keep children learning and learning. Then all activities should strive to go well beyond the visual and auditory modes. So you need to prepare the lesson with physical activities such as role play and play games actually. And perhaps you can prepare a lesson with audiovisual aids like videos, pictures, tapes, or music. And then as a teacher, you should be patient, guys, and supportive. So please always help your student at various mistakes that they all make. Okay, so those are categorized to help you in teaching children. And now we move to learner variables 2. Here I will give you some explanations about teaching across proficiency levels. You can open your book page 99. Well, here we learn the proficiency level with the terms beginning, intermediate, and advanced. Okay, but before we learn, you should know some important points that you have to remember, guys. They are students' cognitive learning process, and then your role as a teacher and the goals. So remember this: learning process, your role, and the goals. Okay? But certainly you have a question about cognitive, right? What is cognitive? Okay, I'll give you a short explanation about this word. You can define cognitive as understanding, learning, thinking, or remembering. Okay, so this is like conscious mental activities. You get this point? I hope you get it. Okay, well, we move to beginning level. Okay, in beginning level, here guys, you should know your students' cognitive learning process. Usually students are in this level will be given a special service. Why do I say this? Because you can press them in a class or in activities class. Don't get overly frustrated, guys. Here as a teacher, your role should be like their parents who are willing to teach them with all of your heart. As a teacher, you are the center. Everything that you did, you do, or will do, they will copy it. And you have to remember, the classroom is your territory, so the class will be your control. In giving an instructor materials or topics, you should use a simple vocabulary and structure actually, and of course with a clear articulation. Okay, and then your own English needs to be very clearly articulated, and if they don't understand, you should make a repetition for them till they can get the goals. Then when they can understand what you've told or given or told, that's the goal. Okay, move to intermediate level. In this level, here you should know, guys, their cognitive learning process is better than before. I mean that better than in beginning levels. Here they don't only understand, but they try to give a response. Because why? Their brain is pushed and controlled by situation. They will experience some automatic processing, so the phrases, sentences, and structures in conversation will be practiced automatically. You are as a teacher should be using less of the native language of your students. I can say that here you are like a translator. Then they can reach their goal when they can participate in short conversations or asking and answering questions or writing a simple story or a paragraph. So when they can do this, that's the goal. Okay, we move to advanced level. Meanwhile, guys, teaching advanced level, your students realize the full of processing in communication. Here, they not only understand or give a response, but they convey their thought and feelings in interactive communication. So, what should you do if your students look like this? Maybe that you think that, I don't need to teach them again, right? But don't you remember, guys? I've taught you that everyone has a chance to learn something. Here, you need to teach them about a natural language. So your students should have natural speed in their choice, maybe choice of vocabulary, idiom, or structures, moreover other language features. When they can do this, that's the goal. Okay, so guys, I hope that you understand about this explanation, and now I'll give you the assignment. About the assignment, I give you choice to make your own discussion about learning variables 1 or 2, so you can choose one of them, then explain about the reason. Why do you want to be an English teacher, and why do you choose the level? For example, like I want to be an English teacher because I love teaching and love English. In my opinion, teaching is not only about the job of teacher, blah 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 blah. And then maybe that you can explain. I think that teaching has same meaning like an art in teaching, not only about the preparation, but you need to put your knowledge, ability, creativity, strategies, techniques, and others, blah 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 blah. Okay, and then you move to about the level. Why do I choose children level, for example? Because I love them and I want to be a good model for them. That's not only about teaching them, but I think that is about how hard you effort to be a good model for them, and then blah 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 blah. Maybe that you want to say that I love because I love my students, and then I want to build their character too. It's up to you guys. Okay, so that is about your individual assignment. Please make a video with a minimum duration of 3 minutes, guys, and then send it on WhatsApp group or Classroom Google. And don't forget about next week prepare your topic about interactive language teaching. Okay guys, so if you have question, you can text me, and then thank you for today. Goodbye.